My name is Kevin. This is my colleague Wendy.
Hi.
We're here today to talk about concept of the caveman versus the thinker and how that relates to conflict and how you can use your knowledge of these topics to help you manage and prevent conflict. So I'll give a little background off the bat. Basically, the caveman and the thinker are different ways that the human brain approaches handling situations. The caveman is our more instinctive, survival-oriented part of our brain. Hence, it's called the caveman. That it causes us to have fight, flight, freeze reactions. Whenever we feel that we're in a survival situation, we feel that we're on our defensive, it triggers this part of the brain. The unfortunate thing is that when the caveman is triggered, it really prevents the other part of the brain, which is the thinker. The thinker is more strategic, more rational, handles situations in a much more logical and usually to a proper outcome, especially in a work situation. With that in mind, Wendy, do you want to talk a little bit about
Sure.
How you might manage conflict?
Sure. I'm in sales, so I run into conflict every single day, either with internal employees or other groups within the organization, or even merchants that have some conflict with our contract or pricing and whatnot. So managing conflict is a day-to-day event for me, and I have to often teach it to the staff that I support. I often have to identify triggers ahead of time in order to prevent the caveman from coming out in myself, and I have to be very effective in identifying the caveman in others so that I can calm that caveman down and engage their thinker in trying to resolve the conflicts that we often encounter. So teaching the caveman and thinker and helping my employees identify the triggers and helping identify my own triggers really helps with conflict management, and that we're able to gain control over the situation by calming down and really think through what is the solution going to be to resolve the conflict, to get to the end goal. Coming on board with Litle ultimately is what we're trying to do here.
Yeah, so as far as you touched on it a little bit, preventing it, the managing it is, yeah, you're in the situation, realizing that the caveman's been triggered in you, or realizing that it's been triggered in somebody else, and trying to understand what's going on and go from there, take steps to relax the situation. Preventing is, especially if you know you're going into a situation where conflict may be about, think carefully about what the perspective of that other person's going to be, carefully about what your own triggers are, and approach it from a very practical standpoint, and try to just keep that thinker engaged. There's a variety of tools you can use to avoid the triggers in other folks and in yourself.